everyone! Thank you for supporting the author. This time, let me give you some tips on how she writes cool short stories easily. Well, what is a short story, by the way? Of course, a short story is short and is invented prose narrative. This is shorter than a novel. It has elements such as characters, setting, plot, etc. So without further ado, let me give you some tips on how to develop a cool short story even if you are not a pro. These are based on experience. So if you are new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button. Tip number 1. Find a workplace which you are comfortable with. Whether you like to stay in a very quiet place or a place with background music or stay outdoors, then do it. Your brain works at its best if it meets the condition that it likes. Try what is best for it to function. Do not forget to bring enough papers where you will write on your ideas. Tip number 2. Start with the main theme or what your story will center on. Do not start with a title. It's better for you to save the title for last and list down as many titles as you like and choose the most interesting one. If you do not know what theme to choose, try a theme which is according to your mood. So if you're happy while creating the story, choose themes which are about happiness, like a story about friends, traveling with family, and the like. And if you're in love, try a love story. The best stories come from the heart, and believe me, this will be your guide in finishing up your story. A personal experience transformed into a story is also highly recommended. It is easier to tell a story which you have already experienced. Tip number 3. Write down all the characters that you wish to be a part of your story. Describe each of your characters. Do not forget to include the protagonist or the leading characters, who are most of the time the good guys, and the opposite should be present as well, or the antagonist. These are the opponents. Tip number 4. So you are now ready to identify the parts of your story. It is best if you draft an outline. This is like a plan that you will follow to make a good flow of the story. So the main 3 parts are beginning, middle, and ending. In the beginning, the common short story presents the setting and the main characters. So write in your outline what will happen in the beginning. So let's take an example. For example, you are writing a love story. So example, in the beginning, what should be found in the beginning? Do not forget to make the beginning the most interesting part for you to attract your readers. So let's start. Beginning. A girl is running after a boy on the street. Isn't it interesting? So we have the accident happens, and then hospital scenes. So these should all be present in the beginning. Now let's proceed to the middle. So what should be found in the middle, by the way? This is now where the conflicts or the problems are presented. So let's continue. After hospitalization, normal family life happens. Then the boy discovers a dark secret. And then more secrets are revealed. We have now denials and consultations. And of course, explanations why the things happened. So everything should be present in the middle. So how about in the ending? What should be found in this part? So in the ending, this is now when the conflicts are resolved. And you should remember that the ending should also be as interesting as the beginning, so that you will achieve a continuous flow of interest. So in the ending, the girl realizes what she has done and makes up with her partner. And of course, we have reconciliation. Do not forget to leave a lesson in every short story that you create. Tip number 5, and I think this is one of the most important one. Focus! Do not do anything but to write, or else your story will be lost. Never ever start if you are thinking about finishing another task. Do one task at a time. Tip number 6. If your draft is done, ask others' opinion. Get some feedbacks. 2 heads are better than 1, so if suggestions are given for the betterment of your work or your story, accept them and do the editing. No one is perfect, so sometimes we need others' help. If you observe, sometimes the author doesn't have the time to proofread anymore because she's excited to share the story to you guys, and that should not be done. Stick to the maxim, slowly but surely. So that's it. I hope that you have learned something from me today. Watch out for the blood finale that will be posted by the author, and meet her after the finale. Thank you and keep safe.